Meri Brown secretly newly married, as you all know. Meri Brown is a reality television personality best known for her appearance on the TLC show Sister Wives. She was Kody Brown's first wife. Meri and Kody married in 1990 and have one child, Leon Brown. In 2021, Meri and Kody announced their separation, although they were still legally married. Meri has since focused on her own personal growth and has become a successful businesswoman and influencer. But after that, Meri secretly marries the man of her heart to be happy. Who is the man of her heart? Who is her new husband? How they got married? How much money her new husband earns a month? I will know everything later, because before that I would like to mention another important thing. Sister Wives recap. Kody's funky pheromones, Meri's hussy era, and Christine's North Carolina jealousy trip. Stop cartwheeling around the house and grab your favorite collectible doll, because it's time for another episode of Sister Wives. Meri's Bike Shop Bachelor Bonanza. We kick things off in Parowan, where Meri drops by her BFF Jen's bike shop to discuss her current love life, because apparently that's her only storyline left. She's been chatting up multiple men on dating apps and keeping in touch with speed dating Ron. Yes, we're still pretending that storyline is alive. Since Meri's post-date interactions with Ron happened off-camera, TLC treats us to a replay of their 10-minute date for what feels like the 158th time. Meri tells producers Ron is a nice guy before cackling manically to herself, a moment that's equal parts confusing and terrifying. She and Jen then discuss how Meri's dating philosophy is different because of her upbringing, where you only dated with marriage in mind. Translation: she low-key just called Jen a hoe. I'm not saying you were a loose woman, just that you basically engaged with any eggplant that came along. Meri scrolls through her roster of not Kodys, calling dating apps stupid, as are the men on them. Still, TLC needs to fill airtime, so we cut to the other wives giving their hot takes on online dating. Robyn says she can't even imagine dating through an app because it would feel so disconnected. How else would men know how shy and pretty she is? Christine notes that her brief time on the apps was full of swingers and open marriage types. Janelle says she'll never touch a dating app, and Kody, who clearly thinks he's some kind of philosopher, says you can't know someone's essence online. Buddy, your essence is why women run the other direction. Back at the bike shop, Meri and Jen stumble upon a guy with great hair, which sends Meri into a full-on hair analysis spiral, until she realizes she's describing her ex-husband to a T. Ain't no burn like an unintentional Kody burn. Kody's peacocking problem. Down in Flagstaff, Kody's moved on from losing wives to moving boxes. He's roped his brother Michael into helping him pack up dolls and purple crap from Robyn's mountain mansion. While they pack, Kody proudly admits he currently reeks, claiming his new pheromones are part of his plan to peacock for Robyn. Because nothing says romance like offering your wife a whiff of your BO. Michael looks like he'd rather chug a gallon of Kody's hair gel than endure this conversation. May I go on record saying I never again want to hear the words Kody, cock, and Robyn in the same sentence? Kody admits he and Robyn have become battle buddies, not lovers, and thinks his musk might reignite their spark. Robyn, meanwhile, looks like she's fighting back her gag reflex. She blames her lack of affection on the culture of plural marriage, but let's be real, Kody himself could be considered a form of birth control. Kody says his dream is for Robyn to one day feel comfortable enough to grab his butt in public. Thank God for online shopping. Christine's kids are fleeing, and she blames Kody, obviously. Over in Salt Lake City, Christine learns her only son Paydon is moving to North Carolina to be closer to Janelle and Maddie. Christine's happy for him, sort of, but also calls it rubbish and insane. Somehow I am blaming Kody for this. Later, she and husband David go for a walk, where she laments that her kids keep ditching her for the Tar Heel state. She admits she feels like a bad mom because they're choosing Janelle over her. Janelle, don't forget what I did to Meri. She also admits that lately her convos with Janelle are strictly about business stuff, translation, MLM talk, and that their friendship isn't what it used to be. Meanwhile, somewhere in Flagstaff, Robyn and Kody are probably devastated by the decline of that sister-wife bond. Just kidding. They're probably hugging their dolls. Meri's dating apps, the never-ending story. Back in Parowan, Meri and Jen are still swiping. Jen jokingly calls Meri a hussy, which Meri denies, while Jen points out that in polygamy, men are basically hussies by definition. Cue a long speech from Meri about how she didn't have the option to date outside the church, aka how she ended up saddled with Mophead himself. We flash back to Kody reminiscing about meeting Meri's parents, who reeled him in, while Meri hints he might have done the same to her. She says there's still goodness in Kody, she just hasn't seen it in decades. She ends the segment declaring it a privilege to hang out with her. At this point, I'm starting to think her dating pool is safer that way. Kody's moving day meltdown. Back in Flagstaff, Kody and Michael are still packing up the mountain mansion, trying to rid it of all the bad vibes. If you ask me, the bad vibes' names are Kody and Robyn. Kody insists they're moving because Robyn's done with Coyote Pass. When Michael asks how Robyn likes being the only wife left, Kody says she's struggled, while Robyn claims she never wanted to be monogamous. Thanks, Christine and Janelle and Meri. Michael points out that Kody used to be the coolest polygamist he knew. Now he's just a grumpy monogamist with highlights. Kody whines about how people don't understand plural marriage unless they've lived it, and then randomly reveals that Christine told him she hated polygamy years ago. He says he's still bitter, still hates saying her name, and still calls their children her kids until Michael reminds him, "Bro, those are your kids." After correcting himself, our kids, Kody reflects on his dad, Win, who entered plural marriage later in life. Kody describes his father as angry, mean, and extremely masculine because apparently toxic energy runs in the family. He even claims Janelle's mom was turned on by his dad's manly ranch hand ways, which is way more than we ever needed to know. Life is better without Kody, shocking, I know. Over in North Carolina, Janelle, Maddie, and the crew are working on Tata Farms and chopping down their first tree, something Janelle calls a symbol. Of what exactly, we're not sure. Maybe life without Kody is peaceful? While decorating the tree, they discuss the Darger family, another polygamist clan. Maddie points out that Joe Darger actually loves all of his wives, and Janelle agrees, calling the Dargers the example of a functional plural family. Christine says Joe's an architect who plans ahead, while Kody's more of a firefighter who's always putting out flames, most of which he started himself. Kody, of course, claims his family failed because no one was devoted enough. Classic Kody, never the problem, always the victim. Farewell, Funky Mountain Mansion. The episode ends with Kody, Robyn,